Hey guys, my name is Savannah and I'm so excited to be talking about the new DLC coming to Planet Zoo on April 4th, and that is the Tropical Pack. So we talked about a rainforest / jungle pack yesterday, and the Fossa was a given. We also guessed the Red River Hog was one of my wish list animals for this year, and we're getting them. So the Tropical Pack, like I said, will release on the 4th of April and introduces 5 new fascinating species from dense forest floors to bustling canopies. The brachiating Gibbon, the Red River Hog, the Fossa, and the Asian Water Monitor will be our habitat animals. And for the walkthrough exhibit animal, we're getting the leisurely brown-throated sloth. Now, it's not a bird, it's not a parrot, but I think I'll be okay with it being a sloth. The sloth really would have been my second pick, and I believe we've talked about a sloth before as a potential addition to the game. I always thought that it would come in the form of a habitat animal, but it being the walkthrough exhibit animal, I could see working really well. So I'm interested to get into the game, see exactly what the animal looks like, how detailed it is, and everything that they've added to it, like what animations and stuff like that. So I'm really interested to see how they incorporate that one into the game. In addition, we're getting 200 new scenery pieces, all inspired by the rich architecture and flora of Southeast Asia. Great, we already have a lot of that architecture in the game, so this is just gonna round it out even more. We'll take a look at some screenshots and take a look at some of the scenery pieces that we're seeing in this trailer, but I'm already excited. I never think that I need more pieces until Frontier says, here are these scenery pieces, and then I decide I can't live without them. So I'm feeling the same way with this, specifically on some of those roof pieces that we saw, but we'll talk about that in just a second. We will also be getting a new thrilling career scenario for those of you that like to play career, set in the depths of the jungle. So look out for that. I am so excited. Let's just go ahead and jump straight in to the screenshot, starting with this first one here. We open up the trailer with this beautiful picture of jungle. I see a bunch of new plants in here, which you guys know I love the foliage, love the plants, rocks, give me all of them. So I see a pitcher plant on the left front foreground of the picture, as well as the top right kind of background of the photo. They look great. We also see, and I totally forget what they're called. You guys will know those big red flowers, very typical flower. I associate them with jungles immediately, and I know they're a very well-known or popular flower. I just don't remember what they're called. Gorgeous. I think they look fantastic. The ferns, though, on the bottom left on the floor in the foreground, look at how good those look. Those are definitely new. Maybe some new ones growing up the trees as well. Or maybe it's the same plant that Frontier just kind of sunk into the tree. But other than that, that is really the big major things that I see new in this screenshot. If we go on to our second one, we can see the Gibbon swinging across a vine across the jungle. The plant in the foreground on the right looks potentially new to me. And honestly, so does the palm tree looking thing in the front left. But I could just be going crazy. When I look at these trailers and I get these screenshots and stuff, I think everything's new because there's so much in Planet Zoo now that I completely forget what we already have. However, that back wall and those pieces definitely look new to me. I'm really excited to get in and see if those act really similar to the Africa plaster pieces that we got, like if they're a gridded piece that already have those little holes in them, or if the detail is already in them when you place it. But it looks like we're getting a mixture of stone and like a brickwork pattern. I see some umbrellas and some benches back there that I think are new as well. If we go on to our next photo, we get a really good overview, a brand new path, which looks really kind of ruined almost, like a stone with moss growing over it. All these really dark pieces look fantastic, and I'm guessing that they're new because they have moss all over them. So maybe just a mossy colored version of the stone pillar pieces that we already have in the game. But that roof, the thatched roofing, I never knew I needed more thatched roofing in my life, and now I can't live without it, and I don't even have it yet. I love the rounded kind of corners on it, and the color is great. The only thing that I can hope for is that it is flexi colored. Right now, both thatched roofs that we have in the game, the Africa one and the South America one, are not flexi colored, and that's my biggest issue with them. I want them to be flexi colored, so please let this one be flexi colored. That would be fantastic. I see a bunch of detailing on that right-handed building with the really steeply sloped roofs. All looks great to me. Very highly themed, highly stylized pieces, but I bet once we get in there and once we're able to take this stuff apart, there's going to be some really useful pieces. I mean, we're getting 200 pieces. If we move to our next screenshot, in the very far background, we can see our little red river hog. I'm sure we will be getting up close screenshots of them very, very soon, but for now, this is all we get of the red river hog. We have a nice little river hog inspired statue right on the left-hand side of this screenshot. A little like incense container, incense vase, I think. There's some smoke coming out of it in the trailer. So cute little piece there. Really cool for gift shops, because I'm wondering if that has the FX in the piece or if it's an FX added afterwards. If it's added afterwards and it's just the little jar with the sticks, great for little gift shops as a little, I don't know, you're selling sticks in your zoo? You could put something else in it, or a vase. You could add a plant to it and it would look beautiful. But yeah, other than that, we get another up close look at this like kind of like moss covered stone piece that's creating the border, or the barrier between the guests and the red river hog. We get another up close look at not another up close look, but an up close look at the new path with some leaves on the ground. Very, very cool. Moving on to the next one, all we get of the monitor is its belly and its feet, but it's great. I'm excited to see it. It obviously is just going to be a kind of reskin of the Nile monitor, but more reptiles in the game, more reptiles represented is always a good thing, so I'm still excited for it. Moving on to the only thing that we have of the sloth, the little sign. So in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see the monitor swimming through the water again, but we really don't get that close of a look at it. And then obviously the little sloth sign in the general style that we've gotten a lot of other animal signs in. I really think that little palm tree fern type plant just under the right shoulder of that sloth, I really think that's new. Obviously, those really bright green plants growing up, those ones are new. That's like the pitcher plant type plant. And then moving on to the next screenshot, we kind of zoom out from that one. We can see the path again. We can see the square cutout. I do believe those come with it. It sure does look like it, like it's a wall piece with those little window cutouts with the detail in between. That orange little half wall that's just to the right of the guests. To the guests' right, it's on the left of the screen. We also get a look at the wall texture of this building, this like worn, ruined brick and the tiny bricks. I'm really excited about the irregular pattern to this and how small each individual brick is. Very excited about that. And again, my only hope, my only dream is that it's flexi colored and we can change it to whatever we want, because that will be a very, very useful wall set if we're able to change the color on that. And last but certainly not least, we get a close-up look at the Gibbon sitting on the floor here. We have a light-colored one and a dark-colored one, so it obviously a peek at color variations that are coming with the animal. I don't, off the top of my head, know what color Gibbons naturally are, so you guys can let me know down in the comments. but I'm assuming that we have light and dark ones. Those are natural colors. Maybe we do get an albino or a melanistic one. I will be curious to see, so you guys can let me know what you think. And let me know what you think about everything else. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into the actual DLC, look at all the pieces. You guys know that I'll be keeping you updated on any of the screenshots that Planet Zoo releases from now until April 4th. So if you're interested in the Tropical Pack or Planet Zoo in general, you know what to do. Hit that like button, leave me a comment, and while you're down there, double check that you're subscribed. I would very much appreciate the support, and I'm very excited to continue to cover Planet Zoo as well as other games. If you want to follow me on any of my other social media accounts, all those links are down in the description below, including the link to my Etsy store and our Discord if you're interested in joining. And until next time, which I feel like is not going to be very far away, I will talk at you guys in the next video. Bye!